Hello, and welcome to the Charlene Larsen Center for the Performing Arts. We've been waiting for you to come. I know it's been difficult this past year, but we've done everything to keep you safe. We have touchless fixtures throughout the building. We have entertainment to present to you virtually. And we welcome you back to the corner of 16th and Franklin in Astoria, Oregon for music and entertainment for the future and for now. Virtually now, in the future, live. So welcome and come on in.
Hi there, I'm Ketchum, a member of the board of the Partners for the PAC, the nonprofit group supporting the Charlene Larsen Center for the Performing Arts, aka the PAC. Like all performing venues across the world, we have been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. Over the past several months, we have invited a number of performers from our area to share their music with us on this stage, with only a videographer and a sound and lights guy as audience, out of concern for the safety of our performers and our techie crew. I was lucky to be part of this venture and have very much enjoyed listening to these mini concerts as they were recorded. It is our hope that these delightful mini concerts will whet your appetite for live music and encourage you to help us support live music in our community. These artists may be seen on our stage later this year as the pandemic lightens up and we can open safely to the public. For now, we ask you to help us financially by going to our website, partnersforthepac.org, and clicking on the donate button. Our mini concerts range from well-known groups in our area to lesser-known individual performers. Keep coming back to virtual Larsen Center arts performances in the coming months, and we hope you'll keep coming back when we reopen physically later in the year. So turn up the volume, sit back and enjoy, and then sit back up and hit the donate button. We appreciate your support. I'd like to introduce to you now Simon Levene on guitar with songs by Simon Levene.
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm going to play mainly original songs. I may throw in a cover or two, we'll see how the mood takes me. This is called Miles Away, and it's typical for me, it's not a very cheerful song. I feel you wakes in the dark, feeling no weight of the water, under the spell of the waves, somebody's forgotten daughter. There he is sat on his own, wondering where on earth she has got to, checking his watch all the time, caressing the ring that he bought her. Distance knows no bounds, she could be miles away. Time has all unwound, she could be miles away, miles away. In the sanctuary of wine, the memory grows ever stronger, putting the demons to bed, pushing the hurting off longer. The Clouds whisper, go home, catching the last breath of day, sending the daylight away. He's wishing the night could be shorter. Distance knows no bounds, she could be miles away. Time is all unwound, seems like she's miles away, miles away. Life is no more when the breath leaves the lungs and the water takes hold. The water takes hold. The water takes hold. Ophelia wakes in the dark, feeling the weight of the water under the spell of the waves, somebody's forgotten daughter. Well, during lockdown, I've been going through some archives of old albums, and I discovered one that had a few good songs on. This is a song from 2000. It's called Gone in the Blink of an Eye. He looked at you, he spoke to no one, took a drink from the hostess's tray. He watched you glide across the floor. He'll watch you leave before the midnight call. You know the names, but you know nothing of their lives. Then they're gone in the blinking of an eye. You see the face, but you know nothing of the life. Then they're gone in the blinking of an eye. You parked the car in the pouring rain and you caught a cab the rest of the way. You fixed your hair and you fixed your grin and you turned to pay and you'll be off again. You know the ways that you know nothing of their lives. Then they're gone in the blinking of an eye. You see their face but you know nothing of the lies. Then they're gone in the blinking of an eye. It's back to life, back to the here and now, back to the kitchen and the bathroom floor. You say the words, you play the game, you lie back and you take it all. You know the names, but you know nothing of their lives. And then they're gone in the blinking of an eye. You see their face, but you know nothing of their lies. Then they're gone in the blinking of. Then they're gone in the blinking of. they're gone in a blinking of an eye. Okay, so obviously 2020 has been a very strange year for many people. Early on with the COVID pandemic, my in-laws both got very sick, and I wrote this song sort of to process my thoughts with what was going on. This is called This Fragile Life. This fragile life that we lead can take you down the darkest alleys. The worst you can conceive is coming true, and you'll agree you're powerless when facing such adversity. To make it clear, just so you know, the time that you spend praying is like shouting down a hole, and here we stand, close to the edge, looking over, thinking, be careful where you tread. Is that for me your final word? There's no promise that's been broken. Everything I heard is turned around a little bit. I filtered out the hardest parts, the ones that didn't fit my little scheme that's broken down. I spent a long time groveling, I forgot I'm on the ground, but here we stand, close to the edge, looking over, thinking, be careful where you tread. This fragile life, this hollow shell, set the balance right, heaven or hell. This fragile life, this fragile life. And there we stand, close to the edge, looking over, thinking, be careful where you tread. This fragile life, this hollow shell, set the balance right, heaven or hell. This fragile life. This fragile life. Okay, and keeping things topical, this is a brand new song I wrote a few days ago. Nobody's heard this yet, so I don't know whether you should consider yourself lucky or not. This is called To Yourself Be True. To yourself be true. To yourself be true. To yourself be true. You paint yourself a picture that you want to show the world. Make a little history that truth would not approve of. Alter your reality and change the very fabric of the past. To yourself be true. To yourself be true. To yourself be true. You mask yourself in public and you built yourself a wall. Locked yourself inside and pulled the curtains tight against us all. Yet I see a ray of light, a beacon in the dark. Deep within the rubble there's a chance we'll find a deeply beating heart. To yourself be true. To yourself be true. To yourself be true. Who would you seek? What do you hold so dear? Where do you turn? Where could you go from here? To yourself be true. To yourself be true. To yourself be true. So this is a cover that I started playing a few years ago with a band I had in Denver. It's from 1981 by a band called The Stranglers. It's called Golden Brown. Golden brown, texture like sun, lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night. No need to fight, never a frown with golden brown. Every time, just like the last, on her ship, tied to her mast, to distant lands, takes both my hands, never a frown with golden brown. Golden brown, fine a temptress. Through the days she's headed west, from far away, stays for a day, never a frown with gold. Golden brown, texture like sun, lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night. No need to fight, never a frown with golden. Never a frown, never a frown, never a frown with golden brown. Punk rock at its finest. Punk rock. Okay, here's another from the same album that I rediscovered when I was archiving. This is another song from that album. I have no clue why I titled it as I did. It's called Being There. You never shut your eyes. You're never quiet for a minute these days. I told you I was there, showed you everything. You never wanted to be home. The journey said it all. I saw it in your eyes, fear of being alone. Did I tell you how I need you? Keep on going, now you started. Faith betrays the broken-hearted boy. Did I tell you how I need you? Keep on going, now you started. Faith betrays the broken-hearted boy. You never slept at all. Your tired eyes glance at the clock. You know that there was more. You don't know everything. How I wanted you to stay. I couldn't find all the words. Kept the thoughts to myself. I don't regret anything. Did I tell you how I need you? Keep on going, now you started. Faith betrays the broken-hearted boy. Did I tell you how I need you? Keep on going, now you started. Faith betrays the broken-hearted boy. You never slept at all. You're never quiet for a minute. You never slept at all. You're never quiet for a minute. You never slept at all. You're never quiet for a minute these days. Short and to the point, I suppose. You just have to work out what the point is. All right, this is a song from last year. Trying to keep most of these songs up to date. Times change, songs change. This is called Release. It's dark now. The lights on boats upon the river flicker ever so slightly. The moon smiles down, and shadows cease their endless, pointless fighting. The weight of the world is lifted ever so slightly. Respect your time, reset your mind. Inspect your motives, then you'll find release, release, release. Release, release, release. So quiet now. The stars look down on sleeping bodies dreaming. In stillness of the night, we put aside our plotting, planning, steaming. The weight of the world is lifted, but what is the meaning? Respect your time, reset your mind. Inspect your feelings, then you'll find release, 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 release. It's dark now. It's dark now. It's dark now. Good night. Okay, this is an old song. It's called Here Come the Fabulous. The story goes, it's turn around, it's fast and slow, and one by one around the block we'll go. You made the time to come inside, you always were the quiet type. I only wanted something just to prove to you that I was right. Here come the fabulous. Here come the fabulous. Here for the thrill and dress to kill. Here come the fabulous. Here come the fabulous. They're on time, dressed to the nines. We parted ways, I couldn't bear the things you'd say, the things you'd wear. A prayed for something different, but you said you didn't care. I played you all my favorite tapes, the mod, the ska, the out of date, the 60s child so wrapped up in the melodies the 80s shaped. Here come the fabulous, here come the fabulous, here for the thrill and dress to kill. Here come the fabulous, here come the fabulous. They're here on time, dressed to the nines. Well, you know the way the story goes, it's turned around, it's fast and slow, and one by one around the block we'll go. You made the time to come inside, you always were the quiet type, only wanted something just to prove to you that I was right. Here come the fabulous, here come the fabulous, here for the thrill and dress to kill. Here come the fabulous, here come the fabulous. They're here on time, dressed to the nines. Come rain or shine, the weather's fine. For the line, keep that cheap red Spanish wine. Keep that cheap red Spanish wine. Keep it flowing all the time. Cheap red Spanish, cheap red Spanish, cheap red Spanish wine. Thank you. Okay, this is a song I wrote a few years ago, and originally I wrote this on ukulele. I sort of got tired of people saying how the ukulele was only good for happy, clappy, cheerful songs, so I wrote this. It's based on a true story. Here we go. You got a history of broken bones and a habit of crying at night. There's a mystery, fear of dark's not right, and a sense of desperation hold you tight. But can you tell me, if the walls could only talk, what would they say? What would they say? And if the story came to light, would you claim to me there wasn't no yesterday? Oh, yesterday. Say tomorrow's where it's at. Another start, but from the angle that I'm set. You only fool yourself, tomorrow is the clue. Today's won't change, but you know what you must do. But can you tell me if the walls could only talk, what would they say? What would they say? And if the story came to light, would you claim to me there was no yesterday? No yesterday. I don't know how you stay contained, but all the same, you make the claim and you pile the blame on yourself. You stay contained, but all the same, you make the claim, you pile the blame on yourself. But can you tell me if the walls could only talk, what would you say? What would they say? And if the story came to light, would you claim to me there was no yesterday? No yesterday. You got a history of broken bones and a habit of crying at night. This was written for a friend whose daughter was undergoing some severe troubles with drugs. It's called Stone Cold. And it's about facing up to the reality that she might not see a daughter again. And it's a very miserable song. I do apologize. Picking through her yesterdays, needle spoons and tourniquets, and she don't care how much you pray. Your God ain't gonna make her change her ways. A stone cold truth before you go. This hand of fate won't let you go so easy. All you want for her is to wake one day and see the errors of the choices that she made. Every time you get her call, the facts are painted on the wall. It's not so much the waste, the sad decline and fall. It's more the fact there is no hope at all. A stone cold truth before you go. This hand of fate won't let you go so easy. All you want for her is to wake one day and see the errors of the choices that she made. And it's always on her mind. There's fragile line between death and life. And as your helpless hands are tied, you feel the blindfold tight around your eyes, around your eyes. Picking through her yesterdays, needle spoons and tourniquets, and she don't care how much you pray. Your God ain't gonna make her change her ways. Got time for one more? Okay, as I was saying earlier, at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, we had some very close to home family issues, and this was another song I wrote. It's called A Matter of Time. There's a glimmer of hope. There's a brand new shape on the horizon, and still I know I shouldn't place my trust in one direction. Got to keep my eyes fixed on the road, keep hold of this awkward heavy load. I'm heading home. It's a matter of time. I don't think fate holds that against us. We'll take a sign. It's simple what we're asking for. Oh, won't you hold a hand out? Heaven knows we're drowning here, we're down below. We're heading home. Still you say the answer's out of reach, it's all the same. And now you pray the first time on your knees, is that okay? You'll find out if God hears the words you say, the pleas you make, the words you say, the pleas you make. There's a sliver of truth, but I'm not quite understanding all the rules that we're demanding. I stay mute. I keep my mouth shut while I'm thinking. I stay silent while I'm taking in the view. Everything's uncharted, it's all new. Staying here, I'm safe with you. And still you say the answer's out of reach, it's all the same. And now you pray, first time on your knees, is that okay? You'll find out if God hears the words you say, the pleas you make, the words you say, the pleas you make. It's a matter of time. Thank you.